Good morning, everyone. Yeah, so today, why we have joined for this session? Let us try to understand the importance of this session. Okay, so before going to start this workshop, let me introduce myself. My name is Abdul. I'm a Pega trainer. I had a good experience, not only into Pega as well into Java. So coming to Pega, okay, so we need to understand the importance of Pega. So this workshop is going to help you all to understand what is Pega exactly. Okay, so how are we going to understand? I mean, how are we going to use this Pega? Right? Okay. So basically, the agenda of this workshop is to understand about this Pega. Okay. So how actually Pega works? Okay, how Pega is different from other platforms. Right? There are many other technologies that we had, like we have Java, .NET, right? Yeah, you might have come across these technologies. We have Java, right? We have .NET, like we have something called Python, right? Many technologies that we had. So basically, what all these technologies for exactly we use? So these all technologies we use in order to create an application, right? Basically, these technologies are used to develop an application. Yes or no? We learn these languages, right? And we go and develop what? An application. What kind of an application it is? It's a business application. Yes or no? So what are we going to do? We are going to develop what? A business application. You can say business, or what you can say, or an enterprise you can call it as. Okay. Yeah. So basically you use these technologies in order to create a business application. Okay. So when we have all these technologies, then what is the need of Pega? Why we have to go with Pega? How Pega is different from these technologies, right? So that's what we have to understand first. Okay. So let us try to understand the importance of this Pega. So whereas coming to Pega, even Pega is also used to develop what? Even Pega is also used to develop your business application or an enterprise application. Okay. Pega is also used to develop what? At the end of the day, we use Pega platform to develop your enterprise application. Then how Pega is different from these technologies in that case? We can go and use Java, .NET, and we can develop an application. Why we have to go with Pega? Because see, it has a lot of advantages. I'll tell you the advantages now one by one. Okay, so we are going to understand the advantages of Pega. See, with Pega, we can develop an application within less time. Okay, within less time with less resources. Let's say, for example, you have a project. For example, let's say Amazon is the organization. Okay, Amazon is the organization. Rapid application development, correct, Viru? Yeah, within less time we can develop an application with lesser resources. Okay, let us take, for example, Amazon is a company. They want to have an application. Okay, let's assume that Amazon is an organization. They want to have an application to sell their, to sell their products. Now, let's say if they are using Java, okay, to build their application, it may, let's say, it may go and take around 3 years of time. 100 resources are required. Okay. Now, Amazon, it cannot go and wait for that long time, right? It cannot wait for a long time. And even if you look at here we need more amount of resources. I mean, when I say resources, in the sense the developers are required. Okay, more number of developers are required to develop an application. Okay, why basically an organization needs an application? Why we are going and developing an application for an organization? Why organizations needs? I mean, why they need an application? Because the organization wants to do some business, right? Organization wants to do a business, and how they are going to do their business through an application. For example, if you take Amazon, Amazon is doing business. What is that business? They are going and selling their products across the world, right? So how they were able to go and sell their products across the world? Through an application itself. And as a user, we are logging into that application. I mean, we are going and registering ourselves into that application, and then we are logging into that application, and we are going and adding the items, whatever the products that we want to purchase, we are going and adding those products to the cart, right? And then we are going and doing some payment for those items, right? So that's how the Amazon is doing their business through that application. Now, if you are developing that application through Java or .NET, let's say it's going to take uh, some X amount of, I mean, X number of years. Okay. Now, Amazon cannot wait for that X number of years, right? Let's say 3 years or 4 years. It cannot wait. Let's say if the Amazon is waiting for that long time, if it is waiting for that much of long time, what happens? Obviously, the Amazon will go and lose the business in the market or not. Obviously, by the time the competitor will come into the market, he will go and occupy the entire market, right? If you are delaying the application, okay, if you are delaying the application, there are a lot of consequences the organization has to face. Why? Because during that time, let's say for example, the competitor is some Flipkart we have or some Snapdeal we have. So what they do now, let's say they are not using Java or .NET to develop their application. They were going with some either Pega or some other BPM tools. Okay, let's say Flipkart is using what Pega itself. Now, when they are using Pega, obviously within less time we can go and develop the application, right? With less number of developers or resources, and we can deliver the application. Now the Flipkart can go and occupy the market now. Okay, so now who is losing ultimately in that case? Amazon is losing the business, right? So ultimately the goal here is to go and deliver the application within less time. So is it possible to deliver the application within less time if I'm going and developing my application using all these technologies? Means I cannot, right? Yes or no? So if I'm going and making use of these technologies to develop an enterprise application, a business, an organization cannot wait for a long time. So you tell that organization, you please wait for the 3 years or 4 years. I'll develop a good application to you and I'll deliver to you. So no, nowadays organizations are not going to wait for that long time. They want the application within less time. Okay. So how you can go and develop an application within less time means you have to go with some tools. Okay. You have to go with some tools. So what is that one of the tool we have here? Pega. Okay. Pega is what kind of tool? Okay, it's a BPM tool. What is Pega? Pega is a BPM tool. Yeah. Pega is a BPM tool. Just a moment, let me change this one. Pega is a BPM tool. Okay. So what exactly is BPM? So BPM stands for Business Process Management. Okay. BPM stands for what? Stands for Business Process Management. Yeah, that is what BPM. We'll try to understand what is that BPM. So Pega is a tool. Ultimately, Pega is what? It's nothing but a tool. And this particular Pega tool, which is built on top of Java. Okay, how this tool has been built means it has been built by using what? Java itself. So the underlying technology, what Pega is using? Java itself. Okay, and it's not necessary that you should know about Java. Okay, you need not to know about Java. You can directly work with your Pega. Okay, and I'll tell you why you can directly go and work with your Pega. Okay, so Pega is built on top of what? Java itself. And to know about Pega, you need not to know any technology. Even Java is also not required to understand. Okay, because it's a low code platform. I mean, Pega is known as what? It is also known as what? Not only a BPM tool, it is also known for no code platform. Pega is a no code platform. So when I say no code in the sense, what do you mean by no code? You are not going to write any code. Okay, you are not going to write any code. Pega is a no code platform. No code platform, or you can say low code platform. Okay. Yes. Yes, Viru. Almost zero coding. You are not going to write any single line of code. That is the advantage, or that is the beauty of this platform. Okay, I mean, why they are mentioning it as low code means they will also give you the flexibility to go and write the code even. That is the reason low code they have mentioned. Otherwise, it's a no code platform, completely no code platform. You are not going to write any single line of code, zero coding. Okay, so who is eligible to learn this particular platform? So whoever is, I mean, afraid of writing the programs, they can learn this platform. Whoever is afraid of writing programs, but still they want to develop, but still they want to enter into this development market. For them, it is suitable. Okay, so for testers, it is suitable. For business analyst, it is suitable, right? For everyone, almost everyone can learn this platform, and they can develop the applications, because you are not writing any logic. I mean, you are not writing any code. Okay, what all you do actually, you go and configure the things. Okay, you are going to do what? Configurations. Okay, yeah. So let us try to compare the traditional approach with your Pega approach. Okay, yeah, let's say in the traditional approach, generally, how you go and write I mean, how you go and develop application in case of traditional approach. In case of traditional approach, generally first you go and write an algorithm, right? You go and write an algorithm, and then you go and design some flow charts. I saw. You go and design some flow charts. Then you go and write some pseudo code, right? And then you go and write your actual code. Okay, so this is the traditional approach. But coming to Pega, in case of Pega approach, what is the Pega approach? You will not be going to write any algorithm. You will not be writing any pseudo code or the actual code. What basically you are going to do in case of Pega, you are going to design the flows. Basically, in case of Pega, what you are going to do, you are just going to design the flows. Design flows. So that means nothing but your flow charts. Okay, you are going to design your flows. What kind of flows they are? Nothing but they are business flows. Okay, yeah, we'll discuss what do you mean by the business flows. Right, correct, Vinit. I mean, Viru. Yeah. So basically, in case of Pega, what you are going to do, you are going to design the flows. Okay, you should know the flow shapes. Nothing. You are going to use the existing flow shapes and you design your flows. That's what you are going to do in Pega. You are not going to write any code, right? So Pega is what? A no-code platform. Okay. And as I told you that it is popular for BPM. So Pega is popular for BPM. Okay. Like Pega, there are many other BPM tools which are also available. But among all those tools, Pega is a popular one. Okay. So for example, you see, not only Pega, so there are many other BPM tools which are also available in the market. Okay. As I said that Pega is a BPM tool, not only Pega. So what all the other BPM tools that we had in the market means, let's say you have something called, what do we say? Pega is the leading one. Yeah, Pega is the leading one. Okay, Pega is the leading one, and like Pega, we have other BPM tools. Let's say, for example, APN. Okay, you had something called Oracle BPM, IBM BPM. Okay, like there are many other BPM tools which are available in the market. But among all these BPM tools, which is the popular one? Pega is the popular one. Okay, yeah, Pega is the popular one. So why these all tools they are known as BPM tools in the sense because these all tools they go and implement what BPM methodology. Okay, so why these all tools are known as BPM tools? The reason is these are all BPM tools, right? So why these are all known as BPM tools? Because they implement something called a BPM methodology. Okay, what they implement? They implement a BPM methodology. So before going to understand this BPM methodology, first we need to understand what is this BPM exactly. Okay. As I said that Pega is popular for BPM. So what do you mean by BPM? So BPM stands for Business Process Management, as I said, right? So yeah, that is abbreviation we have discussed. But what exactly the BPM is all about? Okay. So when it comes to BPM, so let's try to understand what is this BPM. Okay. So that's where we have to focus now on BPM. Okay. So now coming to BPM, if you look at it has something called business. Okay. BPM has what something called business. Okay. It has something called process. All right. Okay. So okay. So what do you mean by business exactly? So how you can understand a business? Can anyone tell me what is business exactly? So what do you mean by business? You might have seen in your day-to-day life many businesses, right, around you. Yes, sir. You might have seen many businesses around you, right? Any one example that you can mention here? A lot of businesses that you have seen. Yes, sir. Hmm. Basically, let's say for example, if I'm going to start a restaurant, okay, a restaurant is also nothing but a business, right? So what you are going to do with the restaurant? You are going to uh, sell the food items, right? And that is one kind of business. Let's say, for example, I want to start my own, let's say, uh, a stationery shop, which is nothing but also a business, right? If I want to start my own, what we say, like how Uber, Ola, correct? Many businesses in your day-to-day life, you see a lot of businesses around you, right? Let's say if I want to go and start, I want to start my own school, I want to start my own college, right? Many businesses that you have come across. Obviously, correct. So, yes, Veeru, you're right. So basically, a business, see, when you are going to start your business, basically you are going to have some strategies with you. You have your own strategies. You have your own policies. Okay. So every business, basically every business will be having what? Some sort of strategies, right? Strategies, and not only the strategies, it also has what? Policies. Every business has its own strategies and policies. Okay. Strategy in the sense, let's say for example, if I am selling products in the market, okay, what is my strategy? Obviously, I look around whoever is selling the same products, what price that they are selling the same product. Okay, so let me go and sell the products. Okay, I can compare with other sellers, right? What is the price? And what I can do, I can go and give for a normal price. Okay, So you can go and have a lot of strategies. Let's say, for example, while selling your products, let's say you are going to give a discount kind of thing, right? A 20% discount, 10% discount. Now, obviously, the customer will look at the discount, and he will be attracted to the discount part, right? So he will come to us, right? Now that's how we can go and sell more products. Yes, sir. Let's say whenever a festive season comes, then what we do generally, we go and give more offers during the festive season. Correct. Cross-selling, upselling. Correct. Exactly right. So you go and have a lot of strategies. Okay. Yeah, you go and run a lot of strategies to sell your products, right? Obviously. Not only this strategy. See, business also has a policies. Okay. You know this. If you take any business policy, I mean, let's say for example, the customer has purchased a product. Okay, if he is not satisfied with the product, if he comes back to us, okay, now we will say that we will not take the we will not going to take the return. That is your policy, right? That is your business policy, right? Generally we experience these kind of things. They will directly mention that once the product you have purchased, you cannot return that product again, right? So like many policies that the business will be going to have. Generally, the strategies and the policies will bring value to your business itself, right? So the strategies and policies, what they're all going to bring, it's going to bring the value for your business. Yes or no? Yeah. And that's what business exactly. Okay. Now, what about this process now? When it comes to process, yeah. When it comes to process, so what do you mean by process? The process in the sense, the way how you do your business. Okay, the way how you do your business is nothing but the process. So what is the process that you are following? Okay, so to make you understand about the process, okay, so I'll just combine these two terms called business process. Okay, so a process is nothing but it's a way to do the things. Okay, it's a way to do things. Okay, so let's say for example. Let's try to understand by combining these two terms called business process. Okay, let's try to combine these two terms, business process now. So in your day-to-day life, as I said that you have come across with a lot of business processes around you, right? So what are those business processes? Any example for those business processes? Let me give some examples for your business processes. Okay, in our day-to-day life, I mean, we have come across, right? So, for example, let's say we have something called order to cash. Right? Order to cash. So I'll explain what is that order to cash. Claim to settlement. Claim to settlement. Okay, we have something called application to approval. Application to approval. So these are all examples of your business processes. Okay, so what do you mean by order to cash over here? When it comes to order to cash, let's say for example, you are purchasing a product through Amazon or a Flipkart or a Snapdeal. What you are going to do, you are going to log in into that application. Okay, you are adding the items, whatever you want to the cart, and finally you are going to check out. Right? So that is what order to cash. Now, what do you mean by this claim to settlement? Let's say, for example, you are holding a policy, a health insurance policy, or a vehicle insurance policy. Let's say your vehicle has damaged because of some reason. Now, obviously, you go and claim for that damage, right, to the insurance company. You go and claim it, right? Yeah. Now, the insurance company will go and settle your claim. And that is what that's a kind of a business process. Okay. Now, coming to application to approval. So, coming to application approval means, let's say you are applying for a home loan, okay, or a car loan or a personal loan. Okay, that loan either it may be approved or rejected. I mean, where a process is involved. Okay, so these are all the examples of your business processes. Okay, so there is a thumb rule we need to understand. I mean, can we say every process as a business process? Means not every process we can say as a business process. I mean, what is a thumb rule we have here is a process which involve two or more people or two or more departments, then we can call that process as a business process. I mean, not only involving two or more people or two or more departments. Okay. Basically, if you look at in case of your claim to settlement, okay, here two or more people are involved, two or more departments are involved. So you are going to raise a claim, and there is someone who has to look at your claim, right? And they have to verify what is the vehicle damage. They have to do what a physical check. Yes or no? So the party will be coming and doing a physical verification whether the vehicle really damaged or not. So many departments are involved, or many people are involved. I mean, two or more people are involved. Okay. Then only we can say that process as a business process. Not every process we can say as a business process. Okay. Whereas coming to application to approval, let's say you are applying for a home loan. So two or more people are involved, or obviously not only two or more people, two or more departments also involved in that case, right? Yeah. So these are all the examples of your business processes. Okay. So basically, why we use Pega platform means the reason, because we want to go and automate these business processes. So Pega is used to what? Is used to automate your business processes. Okay. So basically, what we have to do, we have to go and automate these business processes. We have to. I mean, we can automate these kind of business processes with the help of Pega platform. Okay. Yeah. So how do we go and automate these business processes using Pega? See, Pega is not only going to automate the programming. As I said, Pega is a no-code platform, right? Pega is a no-code platform. Pega, when I say Pega, I mean Pega is a no-code platform. That means Pega is automating what? Pega is automating programming, right? Pega is automating programming actually. Pega is not only automating the programming, as well Pega is also automating the business processes. Pega is also automating. Is also automating what? Business processes. Okay. Automating business processes. Right? It is also automating the business processes. Right? So not only it is automating the programming, it is also automating the business processes. So what do you mean by business process? A business process, what is the definition of a business process? We have seen the examples of a business processes. Order to cash, claim to settlement, application to approval. These are all the examples of a business processes. But what is the definition? Exactly the definition of a business process. Okay, let me give the definition now. Okay, so to understand this particular business process definition, basically business process actually it's a collection of what it is exactly, it's a collection of so when it comes to business process, what exactly it is a collection of it's a collection of what events, collection of events, activities, decisions, actors and resources. I mean actors, resources, which collectively leads to a final outcome. Which collectively leads to an outcome. Which collectively leads to an outcome. Outcome to an organization. To an organization. Or to its customers. Okay. So I'll try to explain what is this definition exactly. It's a collection of events I am saying, activities, decisions, actors, resources, which all collectively leads to what? An outcome to an organization or to its customers. So basically, if you take your one of the example of your business process, order to cash. Okay, let me explain this definition with this order to cash example. So generally, in order to cash, what generally basically in this definition you can see there are 6 factors which are involved. Okay, what are the 6 factors you see? Events. First factor is events. Second factor is activity. Third factor is decision. Fourth factor is actors. Fifth factor is resources. And sixth factor is outcome. So total, how many factors that you have in a business process? 6 factors you have in a business process. Okay. So How we can understand these 6 factors over here? Yes, how we can understand these 6 factors means, for example, if you take this business process called order to cash. Okay, and now in case of order to cash, the customer is the one who is going to make a purchase order, right? Yes, sir. So customer is the one who is going to make a purchase order. So customer is going to raise the purchase order. Okay, customer raises a purchase order, right? Yeah, customer raises a purchase order. So raising a purchase order is nothing but is it nothing but an event, or it's an event, right? Raising a purchase order is nothing but an event. Okay. So once the customer has raised the purchase order, okay, next, what is that activity involved? What are the activities that are involved once the customer has raised the purchase order? Obviously, packaging will happen, right? Packaging, shipping, delivery. These are the activity needs to happen in the background. Yes, sir. So packaging, shipping, delivery, they are nothing but what? They are activities, right? What they are? They are nothing but activities which are involved as part of this business process. Now, what about the decision? So, what are the decisions that you are going to take in this business process? I mean, let's say when it comes to decision, let's say if the customer wants the product on the same day itself, okay, you're going to charge some extra, right? Through Amazon, if you are trying to purchase any product, if you want to have on the same day the delivery, you're going to pay some extra amount. Okay. So the business has a lot of decisions, right? Business has to take a lot of business decisions based on the customer input. If the customer wants the express delivery option, I mean, if the customer is choosing the express delivery option, so based on that option, what Amazon has to do, it has to take a decision. What kind of decision? Okay, if the customer wants the item on the same day, let's go and charge him some extra amount. That is a decision. I'm just giving one of the example for the decision. Okay, there could be many decisions which might have involved in this particular business process. Okay, the decision could be what? Let's say if the customer wants the item on the same day, let's go and deliver it on the same day, and let's go and charge something extra for that. Okay, so decision could be anything. Okay, now let's say if the customer is trying to order some item, and that item right now it is not available in India, it has to be imported from some other location or some other country, it has to be imported and it has to be delivered. Then in that case, what kind of transportation needs to be used, whether it could be airways or roadways or railways. Okay, what mode of transportation has to be used in order to import that item and to be exported to the customer. So that is also one kind of decision, right? So lots of decisions are involved. Let's say, for example, here, mode of transportation. Okay, mode of transportation we are taking. So this is nothing but what? Mode of transportation in the sense whether it could be airways, roadways, railways, waterways, whatever it may be the mode of transportation. Okay, the business has to take the decision. Okay. Now, what about the actors? Who are the actors involved in this particular business process? Which business process over here? Order to cash. So, who are the actors involved in this particular business process? Nothing but the customer, right? The customer is the one who has raised the purchase order. Customer is one of the actor, and who is going to sell that particular item? Vendor, right? Vendor is also one of the actor, and who is going to deliver that item to the customer? Logistics, right? Yes, so logistic guy. So logistic guy is also involved, the delivery guy. Okay, he is also one of the actor there. So yeah, so actors we have in this business process. And what are the resources that are used in this particular business process? What are the resources? Resource can be anything. Let's say, for example, the delivery guy is going to deliver your product. While delivering, he is going to collect your digital signature to the mobile phone through his mobile phone, right? Sometimes, if you have observed, you are going to sign in their phone, right? So they are using what? A mobile phone to capture your digital signature. Okay, a mobile phone they are using to capture the customer signature. Okay, digital signature. So what is that here? Nothing but it's a resource. Mobile phone is a resource, right? Yeah. Not only that, if you so totally how many factors you have listed out here? Totally 5 factors. There is last factor which is outcome. So what is the outcome of this business process? Outcome. Ultimately, every business process will be having an outcome, right? So what is the outcome? So obviously, customer is ordering an item and he's paying to the organization, right? So item to the customer, right? Yeah. So here the outcome is nothing but item to the customer and cash to the organization. Cash to the organization. Right? That is the outcome of this business process. Finally, what is the outcome? So who are benefiting from here? Customer is benefiting and the organization is benefiting. That is the outcome of this particular business. Right? So if you look at, these are the 6 factors: events, activities, decisions, actors, resources, and outcome. So if you take any business process, obviously you'll be able to see these 6 factors which are involved in that business process. Not only order to cash. Okay, there are many other business processes we have, right? Like, let's say claim to settlement. So where also you, I mean, there are also actually you go and see these 6 factors. Okay, application to approval. You go and see all these 6 factors, right? Yeah. So this is the definition of your business process. Now, basically, why we use Pega platform to automate these kind of business processes. Okay. Yeah. And you know the business processes basically will be having what, either approvals or rejections. Okay. Approvals or rejections. So let's say you have applied for a home loan. It may be approved or may be rejected. A business process, it may have what, either approvals or rejections. Okay. Process contains what, either approvals or rejections. Okay. So at the end of the day, we use this Pega platform to automate these kind of business processes. Not only Pega platform is used to automate your programming. Okay, we are going to automate your programming with the help of Pega platform, right? Not only that, we can also even use this Pega platform to automate your business process. The main goal of Pega is to what? To automate the business processes. Okay. When I say automating in the sense, automating the business processes in the sense, what do you mean by automating the business? So we are using single platform to develop the end-to-end application. Okay, starting from requirement gathering to till your report generation, we use the same platform. If you look at in the case of traditional approach, see, let's say for example, in case of Java or .NET, right? To develop a desktop application, you have to go and learn some technology. To develop a mobile application, you have to go and learn something else. So there you have to learn a lot of technologies, right? But coming to Pega, you need not to learn many technologies. You just need to know only one platform. The same platform we use to go and develop any kind of application, whether it could be mobile applications or desktop applications. It's a unified platform. Okay, so Pega is what exactly? It's a unified platform. Yeah, let me define Pega as what? As a unified platform. So single platform. It's a one-stop solution. Pega is a unified platform. So where we can use the single platform to develop all sorts of applications. Okay. The same application you can use. I mean, again, coming to here, will you go and develop a separate application for mobile or a tablet or for a desktop? Means you will not go and develop a separate application for all these platforms. You go and develop only one application, and that application you can reuse across all the platforms. Okay, yeah, that's the beauty of Pega actually. Okay, so here you are not even going and learning many technologies, right? Only one platform you should know to go and develop all sorts of applications itself. Got it? Now coming to as we understood that Pega is a BPM tool, and we understood what is BPM exactly, right? So what is business and what is business process exactly, right? And so what do you mean by that management term, where that management term comes actually? So basically you are going and managing everything with the help of this Pega platform itself. Okay. Pega platform is used to manage all the business processes. So we use this Pega to manage all your business processes. Okay. Now you understood what is the meaning of the BPM exactly. So Pega is a BPM tool. That's what we understood, right? So Pega is used to manage all your business processes. Okay. So now coming to the question is like, let's say this Pega is not only used in one particular domain. It can be used across many domains. Okay, you can go and develop uh, applications for various domains like healthcare domain applications. You can develop what insurance domain applications, banking domain applications, right? All sorts of domain applications you can develop with the help of Pega platform. Got it? It's not specific to one particular domain. And you know that Pega is generally people what they think of Pega is that it's a tool. Okay, this tool today it is there, tomorrow it may not be there. It's not like that. Pega actually it's there since from 1983. Okay, see, it is there since from 1983 itself. But still it is continuing, it's evolving actually. So into as I said, Pega is a unified platform, right? So Pega is popular for BPM. Okay, so why Pega is also known as unified means Pega is not only popular for BPM. Pega is more than a BPM tool. I mean, Pega is also into what? Pega is also into something called CRM. Okay, Pega has something called CRM. So it's not only popular for BPM. Pega has something called CRM. Okay, Pega has something called decisioning. Okay, decisioning. Okay, um, artificial intelligence we have AI. Okay, which is very important. Okay, so Pega has something called robotic process automation (RPA). Okay, Mm. So Pega has something called sales automation. Okay, sales automation, like so on. So it is popular. Earlier it is popular for BPM. Now Pega is not only popular for BPM, it is also popular for CRM, decisioning, artificial intelligence, robotic process automation, sales automation. Okay, lots of things that we had in Pega. Okay, because of this, we have a lot of opportunities. First of all, okay, if I learn Pega, will I have opportunities? Yes, you have a lot of opportunities. You can go into various regions or various what we say various domains you can enter. Okay, if you are interested into the BPM, you can enter into BPM. If you are interested in CRM, you can enter into CRM decisioning, right? So the scope is not limited. The scope is huge here. Okay, you will have a lot of opportunities. Whereas if you learn Pega platform, okay. So as I said, right, it's not a new thing. It's there from since from 1983. Okay, so almost like 40 years. So still Pega is evolving. Now coming to the AI part, artificial intelligence part, even this artificial intelligence also included into Pega. Okay, so where you can develop applications, I mean, in a more faster way. Okay, with the help of artificial intelligence. Okay, so we have the capability called artificial intelligence, where that artificial intelligence is also helpful for us to go and develop applications very rapidly. Okay. So these are the benefits that we had with this Pega platform. Okay. And whereas coming to the opportunities, as I said, we have good opportunities. I mean, people who are learning this platform, okay, if they want to put some 3 years of experience or 4 years of experience, good packages they are going to get. I mean, it is again based company to company, it is varying actually. There are companies where I have seen that for 3 years of experience, people they are getting around like 9 lakhs package. Nine to how much in the sense like 9 to 14 lakhs for 3 years of experience. Okay, you can see for again coming to Pega, actually we have 3 levels of certifications. So what are the levels of certifications that we had in Pega means there are 3 levels. For developer perspective, I'm talking about the developer perspective. So in case of developer perspective, 3 levels you have. So which is system architect you have, system architect. You have something called senior system architect, senior system architect. We had something called lead system architect. So these are the 3 levels of certifications for a developer we have. Okay, so people who, I mean, uh, wants to have a good package. Okay, coming to these two are the initial levels. System architect and senior system architect. These are the two initial levels. Okay, if you are done with these two certifications, you can put like around 3 years or 4 years of experience, and you can get around like 14 lakhs package, max to max 14 lakhs package for 3 years. Okay. Okay, I'm just telling about the normal companies. Okay, there are companies even they are paying much. I mean, if you are the right person or the right candidate having the right skills, okay, so you can get more than that, 14 lakhs also. But coming to lead system architect, if you are doing this particular lead system architect certification as well, you can expect like around 40 to 45 lakhs package. Okay, in case of lead system architect. So here the packages are good. Okay, when because the reason why packages are good here, we have less number of resources. I mean, we have the scarcity of resources. Okay, I could see in my LinkedIn, lots of requirements are coming for 3 years, 4 years of experience. Okay, with good packages. Okay. Even I mean during this recession period also, I could see there are many openings in many organizations. Okay, Pega is not restricted to one particular organization. Pega is there in many organizations. Okay, so it's there in, I mean, in every MNC, if you take, there is one particular team, dedicated team, Pega team will be there. In TCS we have Pega team. I mean, because we have, I mean, Pega systems is having many partners, many customers. Okay, so many partners we have, many customers we have. So partners in the sense, when it comes to the partners, okay, you can, I mean, I just want to show you how to go and check the partners and all. So first, you need to log in. Actually, you have to create your own account. Okay, let's say for example, I'm just logging into my account. Just a moment. I'm just I'm just trying to log in into my account. So you see here, I just have so how you can, I have just typed in the URL pega.com. Okay, you have an option to go and sign up first. Okay, you have to go and sign up first to create your account. Okay, and when you click on sign up, it's going to ask the your name, your all those details. It is going to ask your first name, your last name, your country. Okay, you can go and specify your organization or the company name and your email ID and password. So with that, you are going to successfully create your account. So once you have created your account, you should be able to, I mean, you'll be going to receive an email, and uh, okay, that email contains what, a link. So once you click on the link, your account will be activated. Okay, you can also even use your personal Gmail. It's not necessary you have to use your organization email, I mean, official email. You can go with your personal Gmail address even. Okay, so once you are able to create your account, you should be able to log in into your account. Let's say for example, I'm just logging into my account. Okay, good point at the rate outlook.com. I have just logged in. I have created with my personal Outlook mail. Okay, so I have logged into it. Now, once after logging into it, as I said, right, coming to, I mean, why we have logged into this particular uh, uh, the reason is you could see that various things, like, I mean, as I was talking about the partners, right? Pega has many partners, okay, many customers that we had. So Pega is not restricted to only one company. I mean, we have a Pega team in all the major organizations, major MNCs, like in TCS we have, Tech Mahindra we have, Cognizant we have. Okay, so Virtusa we have. Okay, so many partners. So you can go and check out our partners even. Yeah, so many partners that we have. You can see the featured partners: Accenture, Aratians, Capgemini, Cognizant, right? You can see all the partners of Pega. So that means, I mean, you have openings into all these organizations. There are many openings in all these organizations into our Pega partners. Okay, yeah, and community is also big. Pega community is also big. Okay. And we have something called Academy. Okay, Pega Academy we have. So where you can also learn the courses from Pega Academy. I mean, these are self-paced. Okay, so these are self-paced courses we have. And whereas coming to certifications, even I am talking about the certifications, right? So we have something called Pega Academy. So it's a good resource to go and learn, to explore more things. As I said, right, Pega is a unified platform. So I told you that it's into different domains. As I said, like we have something called RPA, robotic process automation, right? Many things we had: artificial intelligence, decisioning we had. So there are various certifications that are there as part of this Pega. So I could also even show you the certifications part. Here you see something called view certifications, right? Let me click on view certifications. So you have, yeah, a business architect certification you have. For developer perspective, as I said, we have something called system architect, right? Senior system architect, lead system architect. So these are the three which are for developer perspective. Okay. And see, robotic process, I mean, people who are interested into the robotic process automation, they can do the certification into this area. People who are interested into the decisioning, okay, data analyst or data scientist or whatever it could be. For that also we have a certification. Okay, a decisioning consultants, right? So Pega is a unified platform. So it's into BPM, CRM, it's into decisioning, artificial intelligence, robotic process automation, everything. Okay, it's a kind of one-stop solution for all your needs. That's what I can say. Okay, here you can see, right, business architect, system architect, data scientist, decisioning consultant, right? So that's about your partners and the certifications as well. Okay, so do you have any questions? Like, I mean, I thought of showing. I mean, thought of showing how generally you're going to develop applications in Pega. So how this tool actually looks like. Let me do one thing. I just want to show you one small kind of demonstration. Okay, I'll just run the existing application. Okay, I'll show you that how it works actually, how the application looks like. I mean, how you go and design your application. Okay, that thing I want to just certification. Yes, sequence. We have a sequence. We have a hierarchy. First, you have to do your system architect. Okay. First, you have to complete your system architect. Once you're done with this, then only you can go with your senior system architect. Once you're done with the senior system architect, then only you can go ahead with your lead system architect. Okay. Yeah. This is for a developer perspective. As I said, now people, I mean, whoever, I mean, generally people are afraid of writing the programs or writing the code, right? Whoever are afraid of writing the code, generally they look for what, something alternate. I mean, without writing any code, I want to go and develop an application. Then in that case, people who are belonging to the testing team, I mean, I have trained many testers. I have trained many, I mean, people who have trained on this platform, no? Even though they are tester, they are still able to come to this platform and they are able to develop the applications. Okay, business analyst. We do also have a certification for business analyst. Okay, so you can also become a business analyst even. Okay, so business analyst we have. You can become a Pega tester, Pega developer. You can develop. Even we have support related projects. People who are looking for support related projects, they can. People who are looking into Pega development related projects. Yes, so lots of things we had in this actually. Okay, so. Okay, so I just wanted to show you how this actually application development looks like in Pega. Okay, I'm just going to open one of the existing application which I had. So let's not worry about it. What right now I'm doing. Just observe what I'm doing now. I'm just opening an existing application. Let's say, for example, as I said, it's a low code application development. Right? So we use Pega to develop without writing any code. So let me open low code app builder here. I just want to show how the interface looks like. Okay, so for example, I'm just trying to open one of the challenge over here. So with this, I'm going to conclude this workshop. Okay, so just give me 5 to 10 more minutes. So I'll just try to it's going to create an instance for me, a cloud instance. Okay, you can do your exercises through the cloud instance itself. You need not install it. Nothing is required. You can go with this cloud instance. See, I'm just invoking that cloud instance. What we have. It's a kind of. I mean, Pega is nothing but platform. Yeah, it's a platform as a service. Okay, it's nothing but platform as a service. Got it right? So Pega is what? It's a platform. Yeah, platform as a service. Correct. So right now what we are doing, we are just invoking the instance. So they are going to take like 3 to 5 minutes to prepare that instance. Yeah, let us wait for, I mean, not even required to wait for 3 to 5 minutes. Doesn't take much time. I'll just show you, I mean, how you are going to develop your application. So see here, they have created an instance for me. I can launch my Pega instance here. So let me click on this button. Supports blockchain. I think, yes, it is also going to support the blockchain. Yeah. Yeah, it also supports the blockchain. And coming to the C, this is how it looks like. I mean, I just clicked on that launch Pega instance, right? So Pega is nothing but a kind of web application, right? You see how we are able to access this application through a browser. Through a browser, we are accessing this application. So what it is actually, it's nothing but an application, web application itself, right? So now I need to provide the credentials. I mean, I have the credentials to log in into one of the existing application. I'm not going and developing an application right now. I'm just trying to show you how the existing application looks like. So you see here, I have the credentials to log into the existing application, author@mytown. Let me copy this credentials. Okay, let me give my password over here. It is login now. So we are just right now logging into one of the existing application. We are not going to develop any new application right now. So we'll see how the existing application is going to look like and how it is built actually. I mean, are we writing any program to build the application? Means no, we are going to use something called visual models. Pega is what is going to use which kind of approach? Pega uses model driven approach. As I said, now we go on write what I mean, we go and design the flows, the business flows, right? Earlier I have told you somewhere, right? We are going to design the flows. I can show you the flows, okay? How it looks like. See, I have logged into one of the existing application called MyTown 311. So this is the name of the application over here. Okay, this is the name of the application. And now I just want to let me click on something called case types over here. So as I said, now Pega uses model driven approach where you use what some visual models. Let me open this case type over here. So basically, what is the idea of this application here is uh, let me tell you the goal of this application. So what they are going to do with this application. So I'm just opening that case type. And once I open the case type, yeah, basically this is to handle your service requests. This application is mainly to handle what? So service request. For example, let's say, for example, you're facing some issue with your vehicle. So you go and make a call to the service provider, right? You're making a service request to the service provider. Now, the service provider will go and check nearby any mechanic is available. So the service provider will call. I mean, basically, as a customer, I mean, let me give a brief idea about this application. A customer is facing an issue with his vehicle. Okay, either it could be four-wheeler or a two-wheeler. He is facing an issue with his vehicle at some location. Now, what the customer has done, he has made a call to the call center. Okay, or customer service representative he has called. Now, the customer service representative, what he will do, he will check who are the service provider available around the customer location. So, whoever the service provider nearest to the customer location, he will call to that service provider and he will send that service provider to the customer location. Okay, now the service provider will go and repair the vehicle and we are going to generate an invoice. That's the main goal of this application. Okay, so you see here, this is the case type, and if you look at this case type here, what we are exactly using, the visual models, the stages, you could see that stages, right? This is the stage here. I'm not going to show you how to create the stages and all right now. Okay, this is how it looks like. Now let's see how to go and run this application. Okay, so if you look at the first stage, the customer has to report the problem, and we have to identify the location of the customer. Okay, we have to identify the submitter. Okay, and we have to update the request. So let's try to run this and see how it looks like now. So I've just click on save and run. Right now, you see here we have got some plus here. Click on service request. With that, the application should start the execution. See, so what is that first stage that we had there? Create stage, right? In that we could see there are some steps about, I mean, involved in that. You know, what are the steps involved in the first stage? Report problem, identify location, identify submitter, request updates. So we are at first step now, report problem. So the customer, what he has to do, he has to specify the date, request date, and the name of the customer. Let's say, for example, some XYZ is the customer name, and he has to specify the issue severity, whether it is high or low or medium, whatever it may be, and request. Okay, so what is the problem that he is having? Whether I mean, basically, I think this application. See, it could be either related to your vehicle, or let's say, for example, the service request could be any kind of service request, right? Not only related to vehicle. Let's say, for example, you are facing some at your home, nearby your home, you are having some traffic signal issue. Okay, some path hole issue, some park maintenance issue. See, the service request could be anything, right? So let's say it could be a traffic signal issue or a park maintenance issue. You can select the request type here. Let's say, for example, I had something called uh, park maintenance issues. Okay, you can select. I mean, you can have multiple issues, right? You can select multiple issues. Okay. Now you can specify the description and you can click on next. So as a customer, you are raising a service request. And now you see, identify the location where that issue happened. I mean, where is the issue you had? So you can give the specific location. Okay, you can specify in the map, right? Let's say, for example, in Amirpet, I had issue in Amirpet. Let's say, for example, I'm staying nearby Amirpet. So I can specify the location exactly. I can type the address. So that is shown in the map itself directly. Okay. So these kind of things we can develop actually in our application. Let me click on next. So now the submitter information, who is submitting this particular request? Okay, his first name, last name, his entire details he can provide here. So these all fields are not mandatory. So I can just click on next here. If they are mandatory, you have to fill them. Okay, let's say request updates. And now who is waiting for the update? You are the customer. I mean, you are the person having an issue nearby your location, whether it could be what, a traffic signal or whatever it may be. Okay, and you are the interested one to know the update, right? So once you submit your request, you have to get the acknowledgement. So obviously, you need to provide your email address here or yes. So you'll be providing your email address. So that you'll be getting the updates regarding your request. Okay. So if you select this checkbox, you'll be receiving your updates to your email, whatever the email that you specify. Let me click on submit. Right. Now the scheduled repair. I mean, you have submitted the service request. So when that repair is going to happen, okay. So the due date and the note to the technical team. What note? Okay, you can specify all those details. repair node, setup time, repair time, cleanup time. Okay, so these all details you have to fill it. So this is how it looks like actually. So simple, one of the business processes, I mean, what is the business process over here? Service request. Okay, service request is a business process. Right? We are automating that service request business. Not only service request, any kind of business process. Let's say, for example, leave management request. That also we can go and automate it. Right? Yeah. So this is one case that we have created. Like you can go and create multiple cases. Okay, I have created one more case. So basically, what we are doing as a citizen, whatever the issue that I am having around my area, I am selecting that particular issue, and I am sending this request to the concerned department. Right? Let's say generally we go and call to the GHMC. GHMC people will go and look at what is the issue. That's a manual thing, right? That thing we can automate here, right? That thing we can automate. So once we make a request, it goes to the GHMC. GHMC will look at the issue and where the issue is located, everything, and they go and fix the problem, right? Yeah. So correct, correct. We do. Yes, we are building an application for customer public complaints for GHMC. Correct. So you not only that, you can go and build any kind of, you can go and automate any kind of business process. Actually, it's nothing but one kind of business process, right? Raising what public issue. Yes, similarly, you can also go and develop applications not only related to what various domains, right? As I said earlier, I have mentioned like you can develop applications related to the banking domain, insurance domain, right? Yes, various domains. See, at the end of the day, it's not about the domain. Okay, everyone has expertise into their domains, right? Here, the main goal is like how you can develop the application. So domain knowledge is something different and application development knowledge is something different. If you know the application development knowledge, you can develop applications to various domains, right? Only the thing is you should have the domain knowledge there. The domain related terms you should know, the terminology you should know, right? Ultimately, the same thing, the platform is same, okay? But only the thing is you should go and gain some domain knowledge to develop the applications into various domains. Yes, sir? Yeah. So that's all about it actually. This is how actually it looks like. Okay. I mean, I can even quickly I can show you. I mean, let's say for example, here I'm just opening the existing thing and I'm just running it. Okay. But what you can do is you can quickly go and create also. So hardly it doesn't take much time. Let's say for example, a simple thing I just want to show you how you can design your own things. I want to design one simple form, a login form. Within seconds, I can develop it. You see, let me go and add something called case time. Just give me 5 minutes. Within 5 minutes, I'm going to wrap up this particular workshop. Okay. So I'm just trying to build something called LMS, leave management system. Okay. So let me click on next. So basically, the idea here is within less time, with less resources, we can develop application quickly. Okay. As this is a cloud instance, so it's taking time to set up the things. Initially, it will take some time. Okay. Then once the initial things are done, it will allow you to create quickly the things. So in the background, a lot of things getting generated. That is the reason it's taking time. Okay. So see, I created a case type called LMS. Now I can quickly go and add a stage. You see, I'm just clicking on a stage here. Let's say, for example, identify something called, I'm saying the stage name, identify, let's say, for example, customer. Okay. Now I'm just going to add a step here. Let's say, for example, You are not writing any code, right? You're just doing some configurations. Basically, what you're doing here, you're doing configurations. I'm not writing any program. I'm using some visual models here. That's it. See what I'm doing right now. I'm adding a step here. Okay. So let's say, for example, the step name is login. Let me click on save. So stage I have added. This is nothing but a process here. This is nothing but a step over here. Okay. And now let me go and configure the view for this step. Now let me click on configure view. So how simple it is, I'm just showing. That's it. So within less time, I mean, quickly we can go and develop your login form. It doesn't require much time. You see here now, I'm just going and adding the fields here. What fields are required generally in the login form? Username and password, right? So you can just drill down. You can go and create a new field, and you can specify the field name as what? Username. Okay, that's it. The next field, I want to add password. You can submit and add another field. Okay. Password, let's say add password. And the type, let me choose one. Here you can see the different types available, right? Do you see something called password here? No, right? If no, you can just go and select the text here. You see something called text? Yes, you can go ahead with that. Click on submit now. So those two fields I have created, username and password. Now you can see the preview also here. So whatever the fields that you are adding, those fields preview you can see here, right? Yeah, that's it. These are the two things. Let me click on submit. Done. I'm ready with my login form. I can just click on save and run, and then I can see that I mean how it looks like the login form. The LMS is the case type that we have created, right? Let me click on submit. So see now my login form is ready. Or yes, username and password fields are ready, right? How quickly I am able to do that without writing any code? Yes or no? And I told you that you see in the background, if you look at here in the background, what Pega is doing, it's creating the flows. You're not even going and designing the flows, strictly speaking, right? So you see here when I click on this process here, in the background, what you see something called flows. Let me click on this process here, and I can show you the flow which is involved in the background. Even you are not designing that flow, strictly speaking, it's getting auto generated. See, the flow has created for us, right? Understood? The flows are also getting auto generated in the background. Whenever you are adding your stages, processes, and steps, things are taken care in the background. Yes, we can also even add our own buttons. Okay, we can go and add our own buttons. If you see here, for example, I was going and we were going and using what the out of the box there. Okay, so as it also allows you to add your own buttons even. Okay, that is a different thing. We can do that. We can achieve that. Yeah. So here you see we have got the flow right in the background. So you can open that flow and yeah, it's taking time. Yeah, we can do all the things. Only the thing is what we are doing here, we are automating the programming. We are not writing any single line of code, right? Yes. So we are using what visual models, and basically, you know that advantage of using visual models, it makes things better to understand, right? Everyone can understand the visual models. You can easily communicate with the fellow developers who are developing the application. Not only the fellow developers, we can easily communicate with the stakeholders, business stakeholders, right? Then where does the coding fits in? In the background, actually, Pega is going to generate the Java code for this. Okay, so whenever you are using the visual models to develop your application, so in the background, what Pega does actually, it is going to create the code in the background, the Java code in the background. See this flow, right? For this flow in the background, the Pega is going to generate the Java code. I can go and just check the Java code, view Java. So which shows me the Java coding. You see, this is how it looks like. Okay. So Pega ultimately what it is doing, it is generating the Java code or not. Yes. And I told you that Pega is built on top of what? Java itself. But do you require to know the Java? Not even required. Pega is taking care of everything, right? Yes, sir. It's taking care of everything. For validations also, you need not to write any code, nothing. The validations also very easy here. Okay. So when it comes to validation and all, for example, you see here, uh, let's say username field and password field, if they are mandatory fields, required fields. Okay. So how do you go and provide that they are mandatory now? Let me go and click on the configure view here. You see here something called username, right? Mhm. Mhm. Username, right? So when it comes to username, uh, you can specify what whether it's a required field or not. Let's say, for example, it's a mandatory field always. Now, what happens now if I say always? Now, obviously, you'll get an asterisk symbol. See now, if I save it, now that field, when you save and run, now the username field is what? It's a mandatory field or a required field. It's a kind of validation over there again, right? If you are not entering any value and if you're trying to submit it, it won't allow you to go to the next screen, right? Obviously. Let me click on OK. Now you see, we have got the username as mandatory over there. You see, mandatory, right? Mandatory field. Now without this, you can't submit it, right? So cannot be blank. It's a kind of validation again. Cool, right? Yes. Many cool features are there. So this is what a simple thing I have shown. You can go and do a lot of validations. Out of the box things are available. Okay. You need not to break your heads. Okay. We need not to break our heads actually. So basically Pega tagline says what? Okay. Built for change as well. It is Pega is to crush the complexities. Basically we crush the complexities. Right? So we are crushing the complexity over here. So that's all about this workshop. Okay, so basically what we understood in this workshop, I just have introduced one, how Pega is different with other technologies and what is the advantage of Pega. Okay, that's what I have told you, right? Nothing else more than that. So that's all about Pega actually. So you should have now idea about Pega. So what is Pega and how Pega is going to help us? Basically, Pega is going to help us to develop what applications, right? But how we are going to developing applications? Are we writing any code? No, we are not writing any code. We are using what visual models to develop the application. And these visual models in the background, what they are generating, the actual Java code. And that's it. Right? Things made easy for us. Yes, sir. We started with what generally how this thing has started earlier. People has used to write the programs using assembly language, right? Initially, earlier what they were doing, they were writing the programs using assembly language. Then the next generation, what they are doing, they are writing the programs using what? Uh, uh, your which language? The high level languages, right? Like Java and all, right? High level languages. Then now next to this high level languages, what we are going with? Next we are going with something called no code platforms. This is where right now we are, no code platforms. The next generation also, now the next generation will be going to develop the applications using what? The AI, auto generate. I mean AI will do everything for us. Okay, and there comes your AI. Now the AI is also being used in Pega to develop applications quickly, artificial intelligence. Okay, AI is combined with no code platform, we'll go and develop applications within very less time. Okay, it is more faster now with AI. Yeah, so this is how the transition happened, right? So initially we used to write the programs with the assembly language, then we went with high level languages like Java and all those things, right? .NET. Hmm? And now we are coming to what? The next generation is what? I mean, right now the next generation is right now the generation. Today people are doing what? They're developing application using no code platforms like Pega. They are using. There are many other tools which are now this AI is also involved along with your no code. Yeah. So yeah. So that's all about this particular workshop. If you have any questions or any queries, just you can ask me. Okay. Do you have any questions? Any queries you have? And one more thing, this regular batch we are going to start from Wednesday onwards, morning 7:30 to 8:30. Okay, from Wednesday onwards, 21st onwards. Okay, people whoever is interested to enroll for the regular batch, yes, from Wednesday onwards we are having a new batch, so you can enroll. Okay, you can understand. I mean, as in this workshop, I have shown very, I mean, limited things. So once we are into the regular session, we can go and develop the real kind of things, the real time scenarios. I'll be going to show you. Okay, so how to go and develop your real time scenarios. As I am also a real time employee, I'm working in one of the MNC company, so I do have a real kind of experience. I mean, real time kind of experience where I can go and show you the real scenarios, real time scenarios even. Okay. Yeah. So if you have any queries, yes, please let me know. If no, we are done with the session. Okay, we can wind up or we can wrap up or you can leave the meeting. That's all from my end.